Hare Krishna everyone. Here I am again with another Bhagavad story of a Kanyakuch Brahmar, Ajamil. It's a very interesting story. So let's start with prayer. Om Ajnanatinirandasya Ajnananjalashalakaya Chakshum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपिशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So here is the story. There was a Brahman named Ajamil. He was a Kubj Brahmar, and he was living many years ago in the small village. He was a very he was Brahmar. His dad was very learned, and he was following all the regulative principle of Brahmana, whatever needed to do. Like he was doing all the chanting, and he was following all the Brahmana. Once he had a beautiful family. He was living with his parents. He had a wife and he had young kids, and he was living with his parents. Once his dad asked him to go to the jungle and pick the flowers from the jungle, but while picking the flower, accidentally he saw a woman, a prostitute. He was indulged in the activity. He was indulged in the sexual activity with a guy, and he saw the prostitute, and he really got attracted towards that prostitute. So his mind become really uncontrolled, and his mind was driven by lust, and he just couldn't control it, and he got really attracted towards that prostitute. So while he came home and he was keep indulging his thoughts about that woman, he go back and he bring her home as a maid servant, and he attract Ajamil's attraction towards prostitute, and he was indulging all the time with her thoughts. He forgot about his parents, he forgot about his wife, and one day he throw them out from the house, and he throw his wife, he leave his wife also, and he start to live with the prostitute. And he was having children with the prostitute for every second, third year. And to support the family and to support the kids, he left all his Brahmanic, he was doing all those, he left all the works of Brahman he was doing to support the family. He started to doing stealing, robbery, killing the people, going around and cheating. He developed all those propensities of cheating. Once some saintly people visited, they came to that village, and they asked that is there Brahman in the is there Brahman in this village. And they went to Ajamil's home, and looking at his wife was that time carrying the 10th child, and looking at his condition, his wife cooked the food for those saintly people, and pitying him, they those saintly people, they ate at his home, and they knew that how pious Ajamil was, and they remember how pious his activities were earlier. So they suggested to his current wife that you keep your 10th named son Narayan. And they were pleased by the hospitality of the wife, and she agreed. So when 10th son was born, Ajamil keep his 10th son name Narayan. And and being the 10th son, he was the son was really 10th son, and he was little. And Ajamil, he used to be very happy as the youngest child. Ajamil was really attached with the youngest child, and he used to be very happy while playing with the young child. And always unknowingly, because his name was Narayan, he was continuously saying Narayan, 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 and he was literally chanting the name Narayan even with the ignorance. So when Ajamil became 88-year-old, he was about to on his deathbed, and one day he just saw the darkness, and he saw that two people, they were coming, and they were actually Yamdutas, they were messengers of Yamraj, and they came, and he became very, very fearful. And looking at them, he called Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He became so fearful, and he was calling his son Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. And when Yamduta, the messenger of Yamraj, they heard Narayan, 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 they thought, no, it should be Vishnu Dutas who should be coming to bring Ajamil to, because he was in his last stage of life. And then, when they heard Narayan, 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 then Vishnu Duta came. And when Vishnu Duta came, Vishnu Dutas were messenger of Lord Hari. Then Yamdutas left automatically. So by unknowingly, how, by saying the name of the Lord, Narayan, 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 how Yamduta left, and they didn't take Ajamil, and Vishnu Duta came and they took Ajamil. Although they did not take Ajamil, there is a further story, they did not take Ajamil. That time Ajamil had the realization, and then they saw Vishnu Duta by hearing Narayan, 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 and then he got the realization. Then he realized that time that how he was continuously indulging in all those sense gratification, and how he left his parents, his wife, and then he leave everything, and he goes to Haridwar, and he continuously live in the Vishnu temple, and he just put his whatever years he had left, he was continuously chanting the name of chanting the name of Supreme Lord. And at the end, Vishnu Dota really came, and he left the body remembering God. So what I really liked about this story is that how merciful the Lord is, even unknowingly, how Ajamil was saying Narayan, 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 God still forgive all his sinful activities and still liberate him, and still was calling back. So how pious the name of the God is. But we can't take the risk, we don't know. And Ajamil maybe uske past life ke kuch good karma the, that he got this opportunity. We don't know that we will get this opportunity. So we have the process, we have the past, we have the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So once we chant this mantra, and we can develop the love of the God in heart, and how God is so merciful, that how he shower his mercy on Ajamil. He can shower, like how unknowingly he was chanting. And if we do that knowingly, how much love God can offer if we show our love by chanting the mantra to the God. And they say that in 3 conditions, when our death comes, in 3 conditions, Yamdut hame leke nahi jate. If the person is chanting the name of the God, if the person is around in the association of the Guru, of the saintly people, or third one is if we are doing the kirtan. So agar in 3 चीज़ों में if we leave our body, then the Yamdutas don't come, then the Vishnu Dutas come, and they come and take it to the God. So how, एक ये भी हमें lesson मिलता है कि Ajamil, when he was just doing it for his own pleasure and sense gratification, he had so much of anxiety, fear, stress, and he just had uncontrolled mind. He didn't think that time, and his mind was just driven by the lust, and and all that thing, lust made him do so much of unpious act. So so we should try to control our mind, and by chanting the mantra. So that's all, and just by chanting we can awaken the love for God. And how the Vishnu Duta came to to take Ajamil, same thing, although we are not working towards it, we just we do chanting and we hear the God name and we do all these things, so we can develop the love for the God in our heart and we can purify our heart. And भगवान के अंदर जो qualities हैं कि एंग्जाइटी, फियर, स्ट्रेस की जगह हमारे दिल में लव, कंपैशन, gratitude, humbleness, and those the quality what God had, and we can even develop those qualities by removing the quality of anxiety, fear, stress, jealousy, all those things, they goes away and we become more compassion, humble, heart become full of love, and this is the powerful mantra. So this was very interesting story, कि अजामिल भगवान के नाम को जो एक मेडिसिन की तरह के, इट्स लाइक कि हम एक मेडिसिन को अननोइंगली ले रहे हैं. मेडिसिन का इफेक्ट तो है, मेडिसिन अपना इफेक्ट दिखा रही थी, वो अननोइंगली नारायण 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 कर, तो सेम थिंग इज भगवान, ही वॉज लेइंग एंड मेडिसिन वॉज शोइंग द इफेक्ट कि हाउ मर्सीफुल, भगवान ने उसके सारे पापों को क्षमा कर दिया. सो इसी तरीके से हम भी, हमारे पास एक रास्ता है, एंड बाय डूइंग एवरीथिंग, भगवान गीता में कहते हैं पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोयम, कि तुम कुछ भी, दीज थिंग्स लाइक आई एक्सेप्ट फ्रूट, फ्लावर, fruit, flowers, water, I accept all that. So जो भी हम खा रहे हैं, we can first serve to the Lord. भगवान गीता में कहते हैं कि अगर तुम केवल अपने सेंस प्लेजर के लिए चीज़ें खा रहे हो तो then you are doing, तुम पाप खा रहे हो. So it's just the simple thing, just offer to the God and then we are just eating the prasad, whatever we are eating it. So that's the best process which I got so much of benefit, and I hope you all can get benefited from that too. So thank you again hearing me, and very very happy Janmashtami to all of you. May Krishna brings happiness, peace, joy in everyone's life, and he is very merciful. As he shower mercy on me, he shower on everyone. Thank you, and Hare Krishna and happy Janmashtami.